Hello, and welcome to the When You're Podcast, the podcast for when you're doing anything. Today I want to talk about when your summer's almost over, because it's that time, people. It is finally that time when, it's September, but it's technically, it's still hot. It's super hot. The heat is massive right now. It's still hot. Obviously, if you're in school, shout out to everybody who's in school right now. Your summer's technically over, but it's still hot, so you're like going to school, but it's still summertime. It's very weird, but these are your last moments of summer. These are the last few days. This is the last kind of period in between before fall really starts and when summer ends. So it's that last bit of heat, that last push. And it's right now, the final days of summer. It's come upon us, and it's a time to kind of think back on everything we've done this summer, everything that if there's anything you want to get done this summer, this is the time. These are the final days of it, so enjoy it, appreciate it while you still have it, because as soon as this is all over, it's going to become fall, and then the temperature's going to drop. Everything's going to change, so it's time to really just grab these last moments, because when your summer's over, you're just left with man, there's so many things I should have done, or I wish I had finished, or I started but I didn't get around to it. And you're just kind of left wondering those last few days, those last moments where you could have gone to the beach, you could have gone out and you could have gotten, you could have hung out with your friends a little bit more. You could have, I don't know, maybe done something, big, plan a trip. Go hang out with people and just enjoy the summer. Enjoy this precious time where it's still summertime, technically. It's September, but it's technically summer still. It's still very, very hot out here, and it's just it's wild. It's very, very crazy. And on the final days of summer, it's usually just usually it's just the build up to when school starts. Once the school season begins, that's when, everybody kind of considers summer over. I can't spend time doing the things that I want to do because I don't have the free time. I have to go to school. And that's usually when the work also picks up as well. I think the summertime, it kind of maybe dies down a little bit, or maybe it just stays the same, and I'm nuts. But these are the final days of summer, and it's really, you don't even really consider August and September as summertime, but it's just that last little piece, that last small part of it. They're still got summer festivals going on. They're doing concerts. They're doing everything at the last minute. Movies are still calling it come see the movie of the summer or whatever, And this is the moment to do it. This is the final stretch of the summer. So enjoy it while you still can. We've been 2 summers where it was just it wasn't it. You know what I mean? It wasn't completely summer, because once 2020 came, that summer was gone. And then 2021, summer came back kind of. Everybody was still, very, very cautious, very aware, and very let's see what happens. Hopefully everything works out. And now is the time. So anything that you have to do or want to do, this is your moment. This is your moment, because again, these are the final days of it, and it's kind of, you have to have the mentality of carpe diem, seize the day. This is your time, this is your moment, and if you don't do it, then time is going to pass you by. And that's kind of my feeling right now when we're in that just right before the holidays, right before fall comes in, and then it's Halloween, and then bam, you got Thanksgiving, and then after Thanksgiving, everybody goes to Christmas, and then after Christmas, it's the New Year, and you're like, what happened? I'm still processing, 2020. I'm still trying to think about the end of 2019. I'm still stuck in that time, and you don't want to be there, all right? You want to live in the present, and you want to enjoy the now, which is now the final days of summer. And when you're on the final days of summer, when summer's almost over, you gotta grab life by the balls, and you just gotta do whatever it is that you can to really enjoy yourself. Take this time for you. This is some you time. This is the whatever months, and you you really have to. It's like Phineas and Ferb, where like every single day is like, what are we gonna do today? You know, what's the next thing? What's the next concept? What's the next idea? And when I think of summer, I definitely look at Phineas and Ferb as a great source of inspiration. They definitely have taught me the way to like always make the day big and great. You know, they usually start every single day by like, first it's the idea, then the execution, and then the fun part, and then it usually just like Dr. Doofenshmirtz usually cleans it all up for them, so they don't have to really worry about that part, which sucks because it's not, it's not real. But the having fun part and doing whatever it is that you want to do, the ideas, that's definitely me. I can definitely relate to that. And Phineas and Ferb as a whole is just a show about being your most creative. It's not a show really directed towards like it's directed towards kids. It's a kid's show, but it's really for anybody in the summertime to like do what you want to do, have fun, and just not get so caught up in the details. Because like when you watch them, right, when they first made that roller coaster on the first day of summer or whatever it was, their first episode, you're like, I could never do that. But it's like, it's not about that. It's about you going to an amusement park and riding your own roller coaster and hanging out with your friends and, having a pet platypus that fights crime. Those are the things that you need in life. And right now, in these final days of summer, they would do it bigger and better and with like all of these different ideas all at one time. And this is what I'm trying to tell you. The summer is almost over, and as much as everybody complains about how hot it is or how crowded it is or how too many people are out and doing this and there's still a pandemic going on, sort of, you just gotta enjoy it. You just gotta have fun with it and do what you want to do. Have a good time. Like Phineas and Ferb, man. I mean, I still look at that. I still have the memory of listening to the song Aglet. Aglet, don't forget it. You know what I'm saying? That song. It carries so much weight with me. And it definitely, to this day, I was tying my shoe and I looked at the tip at the end of it and I was just like, that's an aglet. And I learned that from Phineas and Ferb. And I was just like, that was such a long time ago, but it feels like yesterday that I learned that. It's so cool. And it's a great example of how they make the smallest thing into the biggest thing in the world. And it sticks with you. Just like how you can make the smallest amount of memories with your friends and it can just continue for the rest of your life. It can be the biggest thing ever, like going on like a random trip or event or something. It's just like so unexpected. You don't necessarily know that it's going to happen. You just let it all play out and then it turns out to be the best moment ever. And it was just a small little thing, like going to the gas station to get like chips or something, or I don't know, just to do whatever, right? And it ends up becoming this bigger and bigger and bigger and more fun thing with everybody getting picked up in the car and everybody having fun. And that's kind of like what Phineas and Ferb is all about. They have an idea, they start to make it, and then somebody else comes over and is like, hey, what's going on with you guys? And they're like, oh, we have this idea to do this. And they're like, I want to help, I want to join in. And that's the cool thing. And so you have to kind of think like them. You have to kind of enjoy it right then and there. And, sing songs. You can blast karaoke in the car, in your house, wherever you live. And enjoy it. Have fun. There's something to it. There's something really in that show about life. And they had some bangers. They had some really good songs in that moment. That Dr. Doofenshmirtz jingle is like, I remember there was this one jingle that they do of like Dr. Doofenshmirtz Evil Incorporated After Hours. They do like a little soft one, a little nice one. Yeah, that show. If you don't like that show, you are either too young to have seen it and enjoy it, or you're a terrible person. You're not with it, dude. You got to watch it. You got to enjoy it. It's such a fun show, and it's just the perfect example of like how to spend your summer. Just having adventures, being with friends, and having a good time. That's what it's really all about. That's what I'm telling you to do right now. Listen to me. This is your moment. If you don't do whatever you want to do this summer, right? Let's play this out. You just end up doing nothing. And doing nothing is fun. If, relaxation is cool. But if you do nothing, and if you look back on the summer like, man, I wish I could have done something else during that summer, or there was something during that summer that I really wanted to do, but I didn't do it, and I put it off until another moment, then it's like, it's not going to be the thing, It's not going to be a summer adventure. It's going to be like, they're going to be dictating it towards Halloween and towards the holidays. It's not going to be a you moment. It's going to be a seasonal moment, if you will, And you can literally now is the time to do whatever it is that you want to do this summer. If you want to go camping is perfect right now because a majority of people, young people, are going back to school. And once they're back to school, you can just go out into the woods and not have to worry about, oh my gosh, there's a child loose, out in the woods. He could stab me. And you could do all these crazy things. You could be crying right now. But instead, you're out there peacefully, living your life the way you were supposed to. You could go on a road trip with some of your friends, get a van, and just drive wherever, get to Florida, go to the beach, go to Hawaii. You could take a trip. All I'm trying to advocate for is do whatever you need to, whatever you want to. This is the moment. Get that tattoo. Get that I love mom tattoo right there. Chest piece. Get that I love mom tattoo. And it literally says I love mom tattoo on it. Like that's perfect because they can't hate on you if it says I love mom. Like what is that, You can't hate on it. Nobody can hate on it, And it's just perfect for any part of the body, the arms, the legs, the back, front chest piece. I'm telling you right now, this is the time to do it. You wanted to get those ears pierced? Get those ears pierced. You wanted to get your septum pierced, your nose or whatever, your lip? Do it. This is the time. The summer's almost over. You want it to be a Halloween piercing? Get out of here. You want it to be a Halloween tattoo? That's corny. You want to do it now so that way when Halloween rolls around, you can show it off during the holidays. This is the moment. But I do have to say, relaxing is not a bad way to spend the summer. Relaxing and taking a deep breath and getting ready for the next following months to come. Because the last months are here. We're getting there. It's almost time. It's almost time for the big things to start rolling. Once October comes around, it's going to be Halloween only. That's all anybody's going to talk about. Then, once November's here, it's going to be that Halloween depression, and it's going to be that Thanksgiving prep, where everybody's like, this is what I want to do for Thanksgiving. This is where I'm going to go. Who am I going to do what with? What am I going to make? How am I going to make it? How much are the butterballs this year? And then the companies, they profit off of all of us during this moment. So really, when you think about it, you could spend your summer building up your wealth, your money. I have a friend of mine who spent his summer just working, just plain working all throughout the summer. And then during the holidays, that's when he was able to really spend more time with his family, able to buy gifts for people, be able to really give back. And I think that's cool. But there has to be a moment during the summer where you do it just for you, just enjoying yourself and the things that you want to do. And that could literally be chilling at home. A lot of people do that. And I imagine now, since COVID happened, everybody has gotten so used to it. It's not such a, oh, he didn't go out for the summer, he wasted his summer. Now it's like, oh, he was staying safe and he was inside and he didn't get sick. And, now that the more and more diseases are coming out, everybody's safe and everybody's excited and fun. And we've really become accustomed to living inside. But I'm telling you, now that summer is back, now that summer's in full swing, now that everybody's going out again, everybody's vaccinated, everybody's chilling, we're good, We're living life to the fullest. And I'm sure that next year is going to be even bigger, it's going to be even better. If you look at this summer and you look at next summer, just follow that same blueprint. Every single year, it's a cycle. It's going to be the new movies. Then it's gonna be followed by the big what's it called? Big new albums, big songs. Then after that, they're gonna release the summer festivals. After the festivals, it's going to be uh more and more and more artists coming out sampling new songs. They're going to release more and more movies that are going to be the big blockbuster hit, and then they're finally going to roll it all the way down till the end, and then it's going to be September again, where you're just like, what are we doing? There is nothing going on right now, and you're just bored out of your mind, and you're just kind of like, well, hey, get ready for the holidays, I guess. No, spend your summer doing whatever it is that you want to do. Take a vacation. This is what I'm saying. Take a vacation. I remember one summer, I went to Hawaii, and Hawaii was absolutely beautiful. It's like, you can't even believe that you're in America. This is like one of the best things I remember from being there was just like, you could literally go to Hawaii and then go to a bank and they will give you just regular, it's just regular America, but it's Hawaii. It's so completely different. The humidity's there. There's all kinds of life around you, beautiful trails, waterfalls. I mean, it really is different. The beaches there are absolutely beautiful. The sand is like warm, but not like bursting with heat and killing you. The sunsets, it's got like that beautiful cotton candy pink mixed with a little bit of purple and orange, just to give you like this really beautiful sky of all different colors. And then it sparkles on the water, and you have surfers out there, and everybody's having a good time. And you get like this pineapple soft serve that is so delicious, and you're just like, wow, life is good right now. The breeze hits you, and then the nights come, and then they got lights out there, and the moon is sparkling off from the water as well. It's just a good time, and a vacation is really, it's killing two birds with one stone. You get to travel to places that you've never been and you always wanted to go. And you also can relax while you're there. You can take a breather, take it easy. It doesn't have to be so much at one point. And they got some nice attractions there in Hawaii, and it doesn't have to be Hawaii. It could be a vacation wherever you want. You could go to a big city. You can go to New York. New York is cool. New York is really, really hot as well, but I mean, nothing beats those skyscrapers. I've never been, and it's one of those places that you just, I feel like you have to go sometime. There's the Bahamas, there's Africa with beautiful beaches, there's Greece. Everybody loves Greece right now. That's the spot to be if you want to like really have fun. That's a really big one. Italy is also really great right now. I've seen so many people like doing it, and I'm just really, I think that a vacation is perfect right now, especially right now, because it's still that last bit of summer where you can end it on a high note, you know? And it's also that period where people are obviously, a good section of people are at school. They've started, you know, their fall semester or whatever, and you can just kind of like, okay, we weeded out everybody else. Now we can all come together, and it's not technically summer, but it's like the last little piece of it. So it's still hot. It's still got that weather to it, and you can still really enjoy yourself. But you could also take a vacation to just a random resort, a camping lodge, or whatever you want to classify as a vacation. You could do a staycation. Stay at home and relax. Take it easy. Watch that movie you always wanted to watch, or maybe make fun of that movie you never really watched, or that show that you always hated. Just take that time to really focus on you and have fun. That's what I'm trying to say. And that's because the summer's almost over. Everybody's going to go back to doing what they always do. They're going to watch Twilight. They're going to watch Harry Potter. They're going to stay at home snuggled up. They're going to expect spooky baskets. They're going to get their costume. You already know what's going to happen. It's all going to, the Instagram is going to be flooded with everybody in this Halloween aesthetic. And you're just like, where did the summer go? Like, where did it go when I could have just enjoyed life without all of this seasonal attachments to it? And you can just enjoy life. And that's what the summer's all about. And you just need it. And it's so crazy how different summer has become as you get older. Like, when you were a kid versus now is completely different. And getting ready for the seasonal, getting ready for fall is just, it's a lot of work. You have to prepare yourself now more than ever for the over the whole totality of the next season, because now that summer's over, well, fall is kind of like that period where like the leaves fall and then everybody's going out to get their pumpkin spice lattes. The Starbucks workers are overworked and they're going to become more and more evil, and then everybody's going to be like, why did you spill hot coffee on me? And then you're going to be like, you know why, because you ordered 13 pumpkin spice lattes and I can't do it. I will not do it anymore. This is a terrible drink. You know, that's what they'll say. I'm not saying it's a terrible drink, but they will say it because they've made it so many times, so many years, and they try to do like little spins on it, you know? They try to give you like a little twist on the whole thing, but you know what it really is. You want that pumpkin spice, whatever that is, whatever you crave it, that's what you want. That's what you're going to get. And you just got to prepare for it. You got to get ready. And I actually do really like the seasonal stuff, but you got to get in the right mindset for it. You can't just be like, it's Halloween, it's whatever, it's just this, it's just that. You got to really, be like, all right, I'm accepting that the time is here, the time is now, and it's going to happen. That's why you have to appreciate the time that we still have left, while we still can say it's summer and do summer activities, right? That's the whole thing. And getting ready for fall, getting ready for the next season is literally just like people working at Spirit Halloween and just being like, oh, they're opening up again. Everybody's going to apply for the same job as you, right? Everybody's going to go for that Spirit Halloween job. And you're just like, how come I didn't get the job? And you're just like, well, if I'm not getting this job, nobody's getting this job. And then you burn down the whole store. You turn on a fog machine and the fog machine gets really hot. And then you put like spider webs all over the walls and the spider webs catch on fire. But it's fogging up, so nobody expects it to be real smoke. But it is real smoke, and everything's on fire, so everybody evacuates out of the building and the whole place collapses down, and you're just like, this is what happens when you're not ready. You don't put yourself in the right mindset for fall or autumn, whatever you want to call it. But that's what happens. That's the legit thing that happens. People go crazy. If you think people are crazy now in the summer, wait till this fall season. Wait till everybody starts killing each other over the latest pumpkin, what's it called? This is like a little basket, the little pumpkin basket where the kids pass around get all of their candy in. People are going to legit kill each other over that. And then Black Friday's going to come around and you're going to be like, what happened to the humanity of people? What happened when everything was online? People were at home. You're going to miss it. You're going to be like, man, I was not ready for this. This is crazy. This is wild. And it's like, yeah, that's the world. You got to prepare for it. Otherwise, you're just going to be like, how come things were never like this before? It's because we were in a pandemic and now we're here. We made it. We're on the other side. 2 years later, first year out of it, first year in it, 2020, we were all kind of down and depressed and like, whatever, it's all good inside. Next year, we were like, yeah, we can't handle this anymore. We got to go outside. But within restrictions, we have to wear our masks. We all have to start like getting vaccinated, but we don't want to be. And then it's like this whole thing, right? Everybody's aware, self-cautious. And then this year, now everybody gets it. Yo, we're just going to live life. We're going to be good. And anything that comes with it, we just got to accept. And that's why right now, you have to enjoy the summertime. You cannot tell me that this summer was a complete waste of time. I'm telling you, this is your final chance to do whatever it is that you have on your agenda. Anything that you're like, I really want to do this, don't put it off until next summer. Because next summer is going to be even crazier. Because we're finally going to be like, all right, nobody cares about this thing anymore. We're going to go out there and we're going to just fill the world with chaos. And that's what's going to happen. That's what it's going to be. And you gotta enjoy now while you still can. While it's still technically summertime. Unless you're in school or, you are busy working and whatnot. But it is what it is. It is what it is. And if you're not getting ready, then you will go down. You will not enjoy these next few months of the year, because we're almost at the end. We're pulling close. We're almost at the finish line of this year, and we're still processing, the last 3 years. It's crazy. And like I said, it's just such a big shift from when you were a kid in the summertime to now as an adult. As an adult now, there are some benefits, and as a kid before, there were some benefits. As a kid back then, there wasn't as much focus on the social media. It was definitely around, but it wasn't as crazy as it is now. It was more of an extra feature if you wanted to. It wasn't so much oh my gosh, what is this person doing? And oh, they went to here, they went to there, they did this, they did this, they did this. You get a lot more FOMO now. How come we can't go on this big thing? We can't do this crazy trip to, I don't know, Alaska. And you're just what? What gave you that idea that we would ever want to go to Alaska? And they're like, well, this person went to Alaska. And you're like, oh, well, get off of the phone, kid. Versus now as an adult, you have to, it's a lot more work. It's a lot more of it's not so much free time. It's more about I know what I have to do in order to do the things that I love. So as a kid, any free time, anything away from school was the best time. And back then, the days were so much slower. I felt like any given moment was so much more fun, and you just had a lot more free time. I know that's maybe not the truth, but it kind of is, right? Time just wasn't, it felt like forever. One day was forever. But then, now as an adult, the day goes by so quick. You close your eyes, you wake up at 7, you're the day's almost over already. And you're just what is happening? I think summer, as a kid, was probably the best thing, especially for me, because it was just that perfect moment of anything can happen, and I want to do whatever life throws at me. Oh, I want to go to the park, I'll go to the park. Perfect summer day. I want to go fishing with my family, I'll go fishing with my family. We want to go to this place, that place. We could go wherever, and I wouldn't be oh my gosh, this is going to cost this amount of money, or it's going to do this. Versus now, it's obviously you have a little bit more freedom as an adult. You can get up, you can go do your own thing. You can spend your money on the things that you want. You can get that shirt. You can get that tattoo. You can get those tickets to that concert, right? And that's fun, but it's nothing like it is right now. It's such a complete shift. It's so weird. Imagine having the mindset when you were that young, and time moves so slowly, and you were just enjoying the moment and the days of no school and just having fun for yourself, versus as an adult where it's all right, I have to do this, and this, and then I can finally get the things that I want to do. I have to get in a group chat with all of my friends and tell them, hey, is anybody free to do this, and this? And we have to plan ahead. It's a lot of planning, And then once you plan it, everybody has to spend an exuberant amount of money just to do said thing. Go to the amusement park, go to Disneyland, go to this festival, this concert, do these things. And it's just it becomes a lot. Versus just being a kid and enjoying things, having fun, just for no other reason than it's fun, Whether it's staying at home watching TV. If you stayed at home watching TV as a kid, when I was a kid, they used to put on they put on the new Disney Channel original movies during that time. And it was so funny because it was obviously, growing up now and rewatching it, it wasn't that spectacular or great. But at the time, you were just yo, they dropped a new High School Musical movie. And you're blown away by it. You're this is so fun. This is so cool. You do the dance-alongs. They do the whole thing. And you're just having a good time. That's what summer is all about, really. Doing the childhood things. And childhood is so beautiful. It's so fun. And as an adult now, summer there's definitely some benefits. I explained. It's just you can do more things that you want to do, have fun, be with your friends, but it'll never beat that young kid who is just like playing video games during the summer, really developing your skills at that young of an age and defining what it is you really like. Versus now where it's kind of like, I know what I like, but it's going to take a lot of steps to get there and do it. And that's why I like summer as a kid more. And summer as a kid now, like if I was a kid now, I would definitely be more glued to my phone than ever. I would be more glued to... That's why there's probably a big uptick in Twitch streamers. A lot more streamers came out during the 2020 pandemic when everybody was just stuck inside. Nobody could escape it. Everybody could just start a channel, start an account, and play video games. Just, what can I play today? What can I do today? How can I put myself out there and play this game and have fun? Big uptick. And it's a lot more of the computer, of videos, of consuming entertainment. You know, the next Netflix movie, Disney Plus, Hulu, HBO Max. Like, these streaming services were at the perfect time where it was like nothing was going on. And that's why that Tiger King documentary on Netflix really blew up. Because everybody was just stuck at home. And this was the wild thing of the pandemic. And everybody was enjoying it. Everybody loved that documentary. It was the big topic of discussion. And right now, it's just kind of like, it is what it is. We've outgrown it. We've moved on. And now, there's nothing left. That COVID summer, when I tell you, I have never wasted more time in my life than that COVID summer. I was inside the whole time. I was inside. I was watching movies, watching TV shows, YouTube channels. And when I wasn't doing that, I was just being lazy. I had adapted this new lifestyle. This is my life inside four corners, and that is it. And right now, during 2022, it's more about going outside, enjoying life, having fun, doing the most. That's why I'm telling you, this summer is almost over. We have to make the most of it because the pandemic, the COVID-19 really made me realize that I like being outside, I like having fun, and I like spending time with people and doing the things that I enjoy. You know, even if it's just going to the movies, you know, going inside another place, sit down and watching it, when you get that moment when you're kind of having fun and watching a new piece of entertainment is really cool. And in my opinion, it's one of the best feelings. It's one of the coolest parts about what I like to do, and that's to enjoy that kind of entertainment. See it on the big screen is really fun and entertaining for me. And so, summer after COVID just kind of feels like we're getting back into it. Kind of like we're getting back into the swing of things. Because right now, more than ever, we've all adapted. We've all adapted to this virus. We've all adapted to enjoying the privileges that were taken away from us when everything happened right then and there. When everybody was getting sick. When the hospitals were all full. Right now is like, I don't know if those same problems are happening. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. But we're still going outside. We're still able to enjoy who we are and what we like, as opposed to just staying stuck inside, you know? So there's definitely a way to enjoy both. And that's what I'm trying to do right now is relax, take it easy, let it, enjoy the things that I like on the inside. And then when I go outside, take it up, use my time out there to the most efficiency. So that way I can really be happy with it, really enjoy what time I have left. Because once next summer comes, we're all gonna do it bigger and better and more and more and more. More attractions are gonna open up, more things it's already open now. And so we have to be thinking of next summer right now, because it's just gonna be a continuous cycle. We know it's gonna happen. It's gonna be the same thing as this year, and we're just gonna continue to continue to keep rolling. So that's what I'm saying is like, right now, we're rolling. We're rolling down the hill. It's summertime. It's summertime, and then it's going to stop a little bit, and then it's going to keep on rolling into the holidays. You don't want to roll into the holidays just yet. You want to make sure you're still on that summer roll. And then once you roll out of it, then you can appreciate the next seasons. Then you can really enjoy it. But as of right now, take your time, roll down the summer hill, and have fun with it. And then, you're going to get back. You're going to roll back to next year. Next year's going to come up and smack you in the face. And then once it does, you're going to be like, okay, how can I do the next year even better? How can I do more stuff? And how can I be my best self? Now is the time to do it. Do not overthink this. Do not try to plan or do too much. What do you want to do right here, right now? Do it. Do it. This is your moment. That's why this summer I wanted to do something. I did my musical. I stated in a previous episode of the podcast, and I had a great time with it. And then the rest of the summer is dedicated to this, social media, doing the podcast. And it's something that I really enjoy, something I really like. And I know that this is something that I want to continue to do, not just through summer to summer, but throughout the whole year, to have fun with it, to take in aspects for the next thing coming up. That's why I'm telling you, get ready for the next things to come, because for me, I'm already there. I'm already thinking in the future. But I have to enjoy right now. Right now are the final days of summer, and you don't want to miss it. You don't want to just be like, man, where was I during this time? I didn't really do anything. I was kind of in this endless place. Go do something that you never have done before. Have fun and just try something new. That's all I can say, because this next summer is going to be even crazier, even wilder, once everybody comes out of their full shell of like the pandemic. Because even though we're kind of out of it, we're still stuck. We're still stuck in it. We're still stuck in the four walls, like I was. So you just got to get out there. You got to have fun. You got to enjoy yourself, because the next summer, it might not go as planned. So really, it could be this summer you fail, and the next summer is like, yo, I know what I have to do now to get things right. So fail this summer. If nothing else, try something new, have fun, do what you want, whatever it is you want, and fail. If you fail this summer, now next summer, you're like, I can do it better than I did this summer. And you know what? You still got the rest of the year. You still got months. You still got more to go on, The failure now, next summer, is going to be even better. Trust me, it's going to happen. And it's how I feel. There's certain things that happened this summer that failed, and then there were certain things that happened that summer that I was like, all right, how can I do that again? Repeat, Get in that cycle. Get into that place where it's like happy, fun, and just enjoying who you are and yourself. That's all it's really all about. And next summer, I feel it's gonna explode. It's gonna be so much more. Everybody's gonna do so much more than they have been, because they have failed. And we're at the final stretch. We're at the finish mark. Finish line. My bad. Finish line. And if you're not enjoying that last little bit, can you imagine if you were like a NASCAR racer, right? And in the last second before you cross that finish line, you were able to pause that moment and be like, whew, I just raced around this whole lap, this whole track, like 600 times, and really appreciate that moment. Just be like, wow, in front of a bunch of people, and I'm going extremely fast. My body is shaking. I'm steering this crazy machine. And I did that 600 times. And then you finish, and you're just like, you take in that moment. You take it in. And that's what I want us to do. I want you guys to take in this moment and enjoy it. Really grab it by the balls. You know what? This is what I'm really trying to say. Get your freak on. Get your freak on. This is what I'm really trying to say. Go listen to Super Freaky Girl by Nicki Minaj right now and get your freak on. That's all I'm trying to tell you. This is really what I wanted to say. Get your freak on, have fun at these last moments of summer, and just do you. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go get your freak on. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you.